Okay, so tailor fishing. When we're tailor fishing, we use a pretty simple rig, which is 3 gang hooks, a sinker and swivel, and your sinker goes on your main line. Only a short trace, doesn't need to be very long, but it needs to be a little bit heavier than your main line, so about 40 pound, 25 pound for 25 pound for your main line, all mono filament line. Just that's the way I've been taught to do it. It's how we've always done it. For the rod, we're using a 16-foot rod, and we're using a Gary Howard greenback. And 7-inch LV reel. Good reel. These things you can stick in the surf pretty much and wash them off in salt water, and very rarely have to maintain them. They're a real bulletproof sort of reel. And then you probably some of you are going to ask what knots we use. Well, the knot that we use is what they call a half blood knot, and just say you got to tie your swivel onto your main line or your trace onto your swivel. So you take your swivel, you take your leader, and you pass that through the loop there, okay, which then you create another loop. Then you take your tag end, you pass it around your main line 6 times, just 1 for good luck, then back through the loop you just made, down the bottom there, and then back through the loop you just made again, cinch it up, a little bit of spit for lubricant, tighten it right down, make sure it's nice and tight, and then you can trim that tag there off nice and close, not too close obviously, but nice and close to your main line, and that's your half blood knot. Alright, so that's the rig we're using for tailor fishing. Let's have a look. Alright guys, tailor fishing. So you take your pilchard 3-hook rig, line her up before you put it on, thread it on, last hook first, then second hook, then your first hook goes through the eyes like that. Okay, good little tailor bait. As you can see, the blood on my hands, we've already caught a couple. So I thought I might just show you why we're getting a good little hot bite. Okay, let's go down the water and have a look. taste even better. And my camera girl just got blood all over her legs and now she's about to throw up. Anyway, I'll stick this one in the bag and I'll get a few more. But I just thought I'd show you quickly on what we do to catch good fish and great table fish. Right guys, so the tailor we caught, barely legal, but they pass, they're legal. Alright, so filleting him. Okay. So to fillet them, we go through here, down to the backbone, spin them around, go to the back, to the backbone, all the way up, without taking too much of the fin, all the way up to the top. Cut him away. So you get your fillet of fish. Same for the other side. Now you can put your hand on top of the fish as well. Keep your fingers well away. All the way up the top again, so you get your 2 fillets of fish. Okay, so once we get the fillets of fish, we go to skin them. To skin them, start at the back, down to the skin, and you'll get it a little bit like that. And you just hold the back, work your knife, and it's more about working the knife than it is moving the fillet. And there's your fillet. I'll do the other one quickly. Same thing, just down to the back, and I'm leaving a little bit back here so I've got something to hang on to. Alright, and then take the rib cage out. There's a rib cage just here. So we take the rib cage out, just like that. And now you're left with a few bones from the backbone just here. So what we do, we cut down this side and just cut them out. Takes a little bit of the blood with them, the leftover blood. That's why we bleed them. And then clean that up, and there's a nice clean fillet. Same with this one. Just take your rib cage out, take the backbone, leftover backbone out, and there you go. 2 nice clean tailor fillets. A little bit of flour on them, fry them up, and they are just absolutely delicious. Alright guys. You can also smoke them as well, which we will probably show you shortly. We're going to smoke the tailor now. So we've got our tailor and we've got a smoker. We've oiled the rack that we put the tailor on top of. So fit all the money. Make it fit. Idiot bird. Fly trying to eat lunch. Mosquitoes in here trying to eat lunch as well. Alrighty. And then we got a thin layer of sawdust on the bottom of this. Just stuff we bought from BCF. Can't remember what it was called, but just some stuff we got from BCF. We just put the rack down on top of that. Okay, and then we've got a little lighter, kind of like your little fire, portable fires that you tend to have with all your little kits. It's just a little sort of simple smoker and with a little slide on top. So all we do, we light the burner, if it'll light. Yeah, it's lit up. Just wait for it to light up properly. It's got little jets out the side of it. You guys are pretty familiar with what's what. And then we put the smoker over the top of it, and then lid on top of that. And then we just wait for a little bit. Once the smoke dies down, we have a look, and there we have it. We should have something to eat. Alright guys, we'll be back with you shortly. What we've done is we've just waited for the fire to go out. So now the fire's out. It's just stopped smoking so much. Open her up and have a look. Looks pretty good if you ask me. Yep. Must be good, the flies want me now as well. So that's it guys, smoked Taylor, and it's pretty damn good too. Nice and sweet.